Hi, everyone. Welcome to Grade School Art. This is week 6, Pirate Week of summer reading at Bradley Public Library. And you are going to need a couple of things. So in your bag, you may have gotten, if you are grade schooler up, this cardboard square piece. If you don't have this, if you didn't pick up your bag, or if you are a little brother or sister who wants to do it, you can just take a box that you have in your cabinet and cut out a piece of it, the cardboard, and this cardboard would work really just fine too. So it's all going to be covered, so you're not going to see it anyway. It doesn't matter. We're just going to use it for the back of our project. Now, today when you start your project, I'm going to show you. It's going to take about a day for the first part to dry before you can do the second part, and that's okay. But I want to show you all the different parts uh, of the project today. So I made some yesterday with Miss Caitlin, and I have some to show you. So we are going to be making 10 foil. See, here's one. I have a treasure chest right there. I'm outside, so it's hard for me. I can't tell if you guys, there's not a glare on that. And I have here one of a parrot. Look at that. That's pretty neat. So we are going to make that today. So we are going to need, tomorrow you will need this when it dries. You're going to need a Q-tip, and you're going to need either, I have here some brown shoe polish or some black paint or a marker. You are going to need glue today, and you're going to need tomorrow a piece of tinfoil that will cover the cardboard. And then the last thing is, in your bag you should have a Q-tip, and you're going to use this after the glue is dried and we put the tinfoil on uh, to outline what you drew. So we're going to kind of draw with glue today. You could freehand it with the glue. I'm going to show you. I'm going to use a red pencil so you can see it on the paper really good. But you can just use a pencil, and you're just going to sketch what you want. Maybe you want to draw a picture of an ocean. Maybe you want to draw a seashell. Maybe you want to draw a pirate. Miss Caitlin drew a pirate that we're going to outline. I'm going to show you what we're going to do for the next step with it. Today, I'm just going to draw a parrot on here and show you a simple way to draw a parrot, and I'm going to show you a simple way to draw a treasure chest, so that if you would like to do either of those, you can do that. So I'm going to move my camera down so you can see, and we will start with our parrot. So when I'm going to draw a parrot, I'm going to kind of do it sideways for you so you can see. I'm going to start with the head, and it's going to come over the top like this. And then I'm going to draw the beak. And I'm going to go down around the back, and this is going to be the wings up here and the stomach. And then I'm going to draw this big line right here to be a perch for my bird. And I'm going to draw some legs on here, okay? And I think I'm going to put an eye right here. And some parrots have feathers, so you could draw some feathers up here. Now, the really good news is, even if you mess up, and even if I decided I don't want the arm here and I just want it this way, it's okay, because we're going to draw with glue on top of this. So this is just a sketch. If we mess it up in any way, it's okay. Now, I am going to then take, I just have Elmer's glue, regular school glue. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that it comes out over to the side. I'm going to get a piece of, I'm going to use this other cardboard here. And I'm just going to make sure that it's coming out and not splatter. And there it's nice, it will have good lines. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to outline this just like I drew it. It doesn't have to be perfect. All the way up and around. And I'm going to make those feathers come out. And I'm going to draw the eye. So I was going to go around, but it fills in a little bit, and that's okay. And I'm going to make a wing here. And I'm going to outline these legs. And I'm also going to outline this branch. all the way up. And then the last thing I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to draw some leaves around him so it makes a, like he's hiding in the trees. So I'm doing this part freehand. You could also draw this. So I'm just going to draw some different leaves around the outside here. All right, so there we go. And there's my drawing of a bird. But you see, I need this to dry. Okay, so this one is going to take a little bit to dry. So I'm going to set that to the side. It will actually take probably a day or two. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to draw a treasure chest on here. And to draw a treasure chest, we're going to make a rectangle first. And our rectangle is going to be, one side is going to be a little bit higher than the other. So I'm going to make it, I'm going to start here with a little bit, and then I'm going to make the side go this way, and it's going to go down just a little bit so that it's a little bit smaller on this side. I'm going to make this top part angle back, and this is going to kind of angle back. So it looks like a box with two legs, kind of. And I'm going to go straight across and have those match up. So now I have two sides to my treasure box. And then I'm going to do the same thing here, where I'm going to come back, and then this is going to come down. Now, to make this part curve, I'm going to have the lid come up here. And the lid is also going to come up here. And it's going to curve. Oh, I got to cross it so I have the lid. And then I'm going to curve it over. And inside here is going to be where the curve is to see. And then this is just going to come across and meet up with that side. Now, mine is not perfect here. If you look at that, that is not perfect. But I can scratch it and make it where it needs to go because, again, this isn't going to be seen. When I do the glue, I'm probably going to do some stripes on here for the wood of my treasure chest. But what is inside my treasure chest, too? So I have the lines for the top outside. And then in here, you can make a couple also. The biggest thing that's going to be in my treasure chest is what? I'm going to make, oh, my tinfoil's blown away. I'm going to make some big pieces of gold, maybe. And maybe I'll make a big pile of it, of gold in my treasure chest. There you go. So from here, I can do lots of different things. Maybe I've uncovered this treasure chest, and it's I'm gonna draw some waves down here to make it look like it's sitting in the grass. Okay. Maybe I'm gonna have trees all around it. So I'm gonna have these great big trees. Like I found it in a forest on an island somewhere. Or maybe I found it in my backyard. So this is my treasure chest. So what I'm going to do is then draw this with the glue again. So I'm going to outline it. And it's okay if the glue is really thick. It will make a thicker line that will be bigger when it hardens. So when it dries and it gets all hard, we will be moving on to the next step. And since that could take a little bit, it could be like I don't know, maybe 6 hours it could take. You'll just have to keep checking on it. We had ours rest overnight. And I'm going to show you too. You see how my lines are thick? Because I'm squeezing a lot. You don't want to make it like this because that's really thin and it will dry thin. It won't give you enough of a height when you try and rub it out on the metal. So I'm going to make some lines here for my treasure chest. There we go. All right, inside here. And then I'm going to start making these dots for glue, but I want to make sure that they're separated enough that there's bumps. If they move together too much, it will just look like one big glob and not a bunch of gold pieces. All right. And then I will come over here and I'll draw my trees. It's not really trees, it's just the trunks of my trees, right? Because it's down where. And then down here, I'm going to make my grass all messy. And then I'm going to set this off to the side so that one can dry. All right, so we drew with our glue. Now, if you don't want to use a pencil or marker or anything, it would be hard to use a marker because the glue might make it bleed, but together, but it's going to be covered. So then what you're going to do is, so I have here one, oh, it's upside down, of a pirate. And it's kind of hard to see, but she drew a pirate right here. And we are going to take a piece of tin foil and we are going to cover this up. And I'm going to flip this over. And then I'm going to take some tape and tape this. Maybe I'm not going to bring some tape. May have forgotten my tape. So what you can do is, I forgot my tape inside, but that's okay because I'm going to fold this over. You can, you want to make sure that it's tight. And then you're going to fold this over. And I'm going to do it this way because I don't have my tape with me, but it will still work. When I go inside and I'm done with this, I'll put tape on it to hold it. But you're going to take your Q-tip now, and you're going to run it over, and you'll be able to really press on the outside of those lines that appear. And when you press down, you're going to see a picture start to pop up. So when I press here, I can start to see the outline of the pirate. I hope you guys can see it too. I'm going to put it close. So I've rubbed everywhere to get this outline, and I can start to make out some of the fine details on this. So I'm going to then press a little bit more around these lines for his hat. And he has some dots in there. And then here's his patch. And I really want to press to make sure that I can see. We want those bumps because when we go to paint this next, those bumps are going to hold the color where nothing else will. And there's a couple things you can do to paint with. One of them is you can use a marker, okay? You can use a marker and spread it out kind of with your fingers. It makes a little bit of a mess. You can use, I had washable black paint that I used, and the paint is what I used on this one. And the marker is what I used on this one. I used a purple marker. And this one is the one that I used the brown shoe polish on. We're going to try the shoe polish. And if you don't like how it looks, the really fun thing is you can always take this off and try it with another one and make a different print. So you can see that he's all pushed out. And then I'm going to take a little bit of shoe polish right here. I'm going to take some shoe polish on a paper towel, and then I'm going to rub this all over, and it's going to give it like an antique look. Maybe something, some kind of art piece that we would have found in a treasure chest. And it catches on those little bumps just enough to make it outlined a little bit more. So this is, oh, I smeared some right there, so I smear some more. And you have to watch, an important trick is you don't want to just go in every direction. You want to go at the very last part, you want to go in the same direction. And it looks like an antique piece of metal. You could also do, maybe I want it to be green. So I'm going to put marker all over here. And then I can take my paper towel or my finger and rub that in. And then I get a green color on my paper. Maybe I want to do some black paint. So I'm going to stick my finger in this like it's finger paint. And I'm going to rub that all over the top up here, and that gives a nice darker color. See that? I kind of like the black, I think, the best. So I think I'm going to finish it all doing that one. So this is just regular black paint, and I'm going to push that across this hole, and I'm going the same way. Got a lot on my finger. Feels like messy art to me today. We're going to go across. That's kind of cool. I think mine's going to go up and down is where I'm going to. Super messy right now. You could use a brush if you want. I kind of like doing this. I like the feel of the bumps under my finger. Kind of neat. And I'm going to end it by going the same direction over the whole thing. And then I think I'm going to make it go this way. Yeah. I like how this looks going sideways better. So we're going to do the whole thing sideways. You could try this with a paper towel. You could try different colors. This is all up to you because you're the artist. And then here is our, why is that not? Maybe I need to do it with a paper towel and rub that out a little bit. Oh, that rubbed too much. See, this is what happens when you mess with it. All right, I'll go back and we'll do some black paint. This is the fun of when you're doing art. It's never wrong, and you can change it to do what you would like. There's never a mistake in art. I'm going to take that. All right. I like how that looks. So I'm going to leave that there, and I'm going to let this dry. And this is how we can make an antique-looking metal art piece. Thank you so much. I'm going to pull this up so I can see you. Thank you so much for joining us. I do want to let you know, too, that we have in your bags, you were given this for fun. It's kind of cool. There's all different styles. Here is one that is colored. You can take it with your markers and you can color this in. And then what's really neat about this, my hands are a little messy, is it's really a sticker. And you can peel it off and you can stick it on the front of a notebook, or you can stick it on another piece of cardboard if you want. But it's a big sticker that's really cool to like decorate a notebook with too. So have fun doing your art today, guys. Thank you so much for joining us for summer reading this year in our grade school art. We will be doing programs over the next couple months, or the next month off and on, online as well, while we're getting set for our fall. And we will see you then. Bye, guys.